one-on-one. That when I get up, that's my lifestyle. It's just like it's amazing we going through marriage counseling. Then it's having a relationship. It's a marriage between you and God. And I always say when you're in training, we're training how to worship. We're training how to love God so much that He consumes all of us. Worship, his cousin had to die. Some things got to move out of your life and get out of your way in order for you to worship. Because he admired his cousin so much that sometimes you admire people so much, you miss your place of worship because you're trying to emulate them. So, in the first part of this, he talked about it, and yeah, Bishop, they too little and too tight. They for right for you, amen. And first thing we got to do in the worship, we got to die out of self. Because you're not going to reach where you need to see God, that you need to get in His presence without dying out of self. Let me tell you this, only dead men see God. Flesh. Your flesh has to die.
So can you worship in the flesh?
No. The Bible said those that worship Him must worship in spirit and in truth. And then I'm going to add this. Stop lying to yourself. Because you can't get into worship till you get out of you. Completely out of you. I can't worship God if I'm watching Brother Pierce. So first thing you have to do is get out of you. Move you out the way. A lot of things won't change because we won't worship God. And that's truly just giving Him what is deserved. As I break that down, it wasn't just Isaiah that saw the Lord. There was other people with him. When you begin to worship, you want somebody to go up with you. Amen. You want this worship because it's like a wildfire. If I catch fire and I get close to another one, it should jump off on you. Now, wait a minute. If an evil spirit can do that, have you ever everybody been all right, and then somebody with an attitude come in, before you know it, the weakest one pick up that attitude, and before you know it, spread to the whole thing? Then how come the Spirit of the Lord can't do it? How come a worship can't break out? Because a lot of times we don't have a relationship. It's an intimate and personal relationship with God. That's all worship is. But you have to know Him. The only way you're going to know Him is through His Word. So in worship, who would get deep? I'm trying to stay to preach, teach, not preach, because it's easy to go, because I've been worshiping all day. And when God gave me the revelation of this, and I hope I can give it to you like He gave it to me, the Lord sitting upon a throne. When you get into worship, I'm not worried about what nobody else is doing, because I'm trying to see God. Now, faith causes us to move in action. Our worship should cause an action. It should cause a change. It should cause us to move. It's action. is what we do in action. If I love the Lord and I really know him, I should be able to worship anywhere.